in this game. Skol Vikings, honor your name. Go get that first down, make it a touchdown. Rock 'em, sock 'em, fight, 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 fight.
Yo, welcome back to the wild card edition of Kings of the North podcast, where we gonna bring this shit whether you like it or not. Ain't that right, Jimmy?
That's right,
It
man.
don't fucking matter what you think, because your fucking Packers lost, and you know I was bringing that shit to you. Fuck those Packers. I say it after every fucking one. Your fucking team suck. They doodle water. Hey, my team ain't make it, so, I already knew what the fucking consequences were for me. But,
I respect it.
gotta let you feel it, baby.
You deserve it. You deserve it, man. You deserve it. You
We
deserve
sent
it,
you,
dude.
hey, we couldn't stop you from going into the playoffs, but we whooped your ass. But well, we didn't whoop y'all ass. We scraped by.
You got it, though. You scraped.
Hey,
win's a win.
Win's a win, man. That's what I said. I said, hey, dude, you got to fucking play the players that go out there. You know what I mean?
Bro.
Like, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit Watson got hurt. Josh Jacobs got the ball 6 times. He had 75 yards and a touchdown. Maybe would have he done more? Maybe. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe if y'all handed him the ball off a little bit more.
No,
Against the Bears' run
we
defense?
took him out of the game. You know, he didn't play after the. Romeo Doubs didn't even dress, even though he was active at practice. Watson gets injured. So, for me in that Bears game, bro, it was I even said on the show, we had half of our starters playing and the other half sitting.
Yeah, sitting.
We didn't have just either sit them all or play them all. You can't be in between because that's how you lose, and that's how we lost, and we deserved it. We weren't the better team, even in the first matchup.
Now you ready for this, bro?
We weren't the better team.
You ready for this? You motherfuckers shouldn't have lost to Philly because Philly played like shit. Guys just played terrible.
Jordan Love and Matt LaFleur, bro.
I was expecting. I was really expecting that Jordan Love. When I seen it, I say Jordan Love coming back in the second half. He's gonna make it happen. I was like, it's gonna be one.
Dude,
it never
came.
Bro.
It was the most wildest shit I've ever seen in my life. We established no identity.
But I know that the Philly. Hey, listen. I'm not going to sit here and act like it's all shit. It's all shitty candy over here. Cause your fucking college team is in a fucking ship.
Let's go. Hey, talking about 8 wins, 7 wins, 6 wins. Shout out Marcus fucking Freeman and the Fighting fucking Irish, dog.
Absolutely.
This man trashed.
Don't want him.
Nah, he ain't leaving.
And I'm gonna tell you why. Don't fuck up what that man has going on at that school.
Yeah.
To bring him to a shitty situation and fire him 3 years. No.
3 years, right?
No.
Yeah.
Or he would just leave for a big college job.
Y'all are going to get him. It's just that media market. They got to combine. They got to do a job. It's their job to do that.
If I'm Marcus Freeman, I stay where I'm at. I do another run. Even if so, I mean, he
doesn't even have a full recruiting class.
I was just about to say.
This is his 3rd complete year.
I was just about to say.
He has no seniors on the team.
He just showed us that NCAA football is fucking wide open.
Bro, wide ass open, and we're an independent. We get to share. We share $0.
And
it's a free market. Catholic money, oil money can go fucking. Don't even. We're not even. What are we talking about?
I think y'all are gonna stay independent too. I don't.
Oh, totally. Totally.
They should.
We have our own. NBC lives on Notre Dame. The only reason why NBC exists is Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Shout out Jayla Mickles. Little cousin, I know you was at. My little cousin was at the game. I know she.
Bro.
I sent her a message like, I know you going crazy. She was like, we lit right now. I know it.
I do not think we we don't have a sawdust chance in hell of winning this game.
No.
Dog. So on my show, I had to type it down. I got a podcast.
I'm still gonna vote. I'm betting for Notre Dame to pull it off.
Bro.
Dude.
I don't care what you guys say.
Dude.
Because they've been underdogs all fucking playoffs. Don't sleep on the underdogs.
Have you seen the wide receiving core on Ohio State?
Absolutely.
Different, dog.
I play Madden every fucking day.
They're nuts, dude.
Different. So check this out, man. Ohio State, all right, up until this year, they have a $18.9 million NIL portal contract, okay, total. They have 18 5-star players on their roster total. 15 of them played in the Texas game. Okay. They have the highest paid Big Ten coach. Okay. And they have a $189 million a year operating budget for football. $189 million a year for one
That's a
season
lot of
to
fucking
operate.
dough.
Just for the season. That's probably not
How'd
recruiting, all the
that
extra shit.
how'd that team lose to Michigan? I still don't understand.
Punched
Like,
him in the mouth. And that's what I think Notre Dame's going to have to try to do.
It's not impossible.
It's not
but
impossible.
here's the thing. After Ohio State lost, that team got angry. And you're
And I
seeing
think
what
they're going to
happened.
rest on that. Oh, Notre Dame, who are they?
Yeah.
And
I think
and
That's
if you're a Notre Dame,
only shot.
if you're a Notre Dame fan, that's what you're playing. That's what you're praying on right now.
Praying
You're
right now.
praying that they
So
come
Pete
in and
Dame.
like, blah blah blah. We don't care about them. That's what you want.
So Notre Dame's operating budget for football for a year is $101 million. Marcus Freeman right now ranks number 7th overall for coaches for his contract. They have a $2.8 million portal transfer pool that they pull from. So a little less than $3 million compared to almost $20 million. To contrast players and what's on the field, talent wins out 10 times out of 10.
right.
Notre Dame has one 5-star recruit, and he doesn't even play.
Is that CJ Carr?
Yeah.
Lloyd Carr's grandson, which is still hilarious to me how that guy didn't end
That's
up at
it.
Michigan, but
That's it. Marcus Freeman, dude. That's how.
and it is
You know what I
funny
mean?
to me.
Marcus fucking Freeman. One
it's
5-star doesn't even play freshman redshirt. You
funny.
know what I mean?
I have a friend that his dad played linebacker at Notre Dame, like the 80s, and he's a big, their family's huge Notre Dame fans. And
I'm
they
a
were
nerd,
like,
brother. What's his last name?
McCabe.
Okay.
They were like content with Brian Kelly. They're like, yeah, we're winning games.
I hated him.
But then he left. And what's funny to me, and being a Duke basketball fan, like I understand, like being public enemy number one, all that. People
Totally.
like Notre Dame now because Brian Kelly's gone. Like they love him now.
How much more personable, dude? What I was saying for 10 years, I'm like this. After 2012, I was done with Brian. He's not a big game college football coach.
No, LSU fans are ready to kill him.
NFL coaching sometimes, most times, doesn't matter. College, you need a fucking coach who's going to rally these 18, 19-year-old kids.
Brian Kelly needs to get off my LSU field, dude. He's making my team look like
trash.
Shit.
Super trash.
Who would you hire if you were the LSU athletic director?
Anybody but Brian Kelly. As of right now,
Jimbo Fisher.
As of right now, I will go get the fucking
Jimbo
coach
Fisher.
From SMU. I don't care. Go get anybody right now.
That's a good one. Good call on that, bro.
You ready for this?
Good call
It's a guy that has proven that he can actually coach. I hate to throw this in your face.
Why wouldn't Curt Cignetti leave Indiana for LSU?
Hey, but also you want to go get somebody. You want to get somebody who proved that they can actually coach, even though their team is trashy.
Got you.
Go get the NIU. Go get NIU coach.
Hey, I mean, I think that's a little bit too big for him.
It could be, but you never know.
Bottom level conference school.
And also, what would be interesting about Cignetti at LSU? I feel like he fits that. Like he's not from the South, but he fits that like style, right? Like he's very much like
you. Look at me.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Like Coach O.
When you're in the SEC, you need that type of shit.
Yeah.
Or Joe Brady, you bring him out of the NFL, bring him back, because God knows that worked at LSU really well.
That's true. He was the OC there with Joe Burrow.
Yep.
I was really surprised he wasn't the coach in waiting, because I thought they kind of knew Coach O was that was his last run.
Oh yeah.
That was kind of at least to me when I'm a college football guy. I watch way more college football than I do NFL football. And not just for sports betting, but I think it's just way more entertaining. These kids, it can be a 57-6, not anywhere defense in sight, and the game somehow comes down to a defensive play. It's the most insane thing in the world.
College is amazing.
So
it's wild to me.
So I'm a Nebraska football fan. My sister goes there. So talk about a place that loves college football, and they haven't
Oh,
been
yeah.
good. I mean, they had their first pretty solid year in a while there, but like
Yeah.
even my
Matt
sister's a
Rules.
senior there now, and like the past 3 years, like she freshman and sophomore year, she was there when Frost was there. They were still selling out.
Oh, yeah. They were
Like-
selling out with he was there?
Oh God, yeah. There's nothing to do in Nebraska.
Yes, that's true.
Like there's nothing. That and girls volleyball. It's like their girls volleyball is insane too.
Girls
but
volleyball's lit. Have seen those videos. Looks like a good
they
time.
sold out.
Dude, they play
sold out.
volleyball games in the football stadium.
Dude.
Volleyball.
Volleyball.
Oh.
On Kings of the
Volleyball.
Okay.
Damn right. I don't care about nothing else. I don't care about the points.
Dude, like
I don't care about. No, I ain't gonna lie. You ready for this?
Well,
like,
yeah, you got
that front line girl who gets up there like she got a fucking 41-inch vert and just spiking that bit. I love seeing that.
Ray, I'm gonna send you highlights of Harper Murray. She's the best player in Nebraska. She's that. I don't know what the position is actually, but like I'll send you it. She's insane.
She got cakes.
Oh my God. She's
Hey bro. Hey, listen. This is an adult football show, and if you say something about sending me some stuff about watching volleyball,
those Brazilian beach volleyball girls in the Olympics, though.
Oh my God, bro.
A1.
Hey, listen.
A1,
I'm not gonna lie. When they do summer volleyball, when they do like those Olympic summer volleyball, I'm all in. I'll be sitting back, feet picked up, bro, tuned in. Don't know who's winning because I really don't care. I'm just there to look at the cheeks.
You do that with track too?
I don't, but last year I did.
There were some girls that got sent.
Oh my God,
bro!
Ridiculous,
bro. Thoroughbred legs, dog. Squeeze on you, bro. Snap your fucking spine.
The whole Jamaican team had it.
It's 10 LA early. Oh my gosh, gonna be a blowout. We are recording this during the Minnesota Vikings LA. 10-0 Rams early. 4 minutes left in the first quarter.
Hey, one thing that we already knew about Minnesota, bro.
Paper Vikings, bro. Paper Vikings, bro. Every year. Every year.
Fucking year. It never fails. They are going to stink up the fucking place, bro.
Yeah. Every year. Like, the Lions are the new Green Bay Packers. The Packers are sort of the Minnesota Vikings, where it's like they make the playoffs, they lose. Circle, repeat.
Bears are the Bears.
Bears are the Bears. They'll always be the Bears until the McCaskies die. It's just what it is.
I'll give you that.
They're jinxed.
Dre, you have. I was talking to someone right before this. Do you have any faith in the Bears making the right head coaching hire? Because I got zero faith in this.
So listen, I've got.
Y'all are hiring Mike McCarthy.
No, hell no.
Bro, so I want to know why they got rid of Mike McCarthy and then they denied him the ability to interview with the Chicago Bears.
It was a contract thing, apparently. Like, they were negotiating, and they wanted the exclusive rights, and then Mike wanted a longer contract, and then they were like, Jerry effed that up. Jerry fucked that up so bad.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. McCarthy ain't do shit to do them no favor.
Here's why he effed that up. He can't interview, like, any assistants playing in the divisional round this week because of NFL rules. If he was going to fire him, he should have fired him last week. That's why he effed it up. Yeah, that's why he effed it up.
That's a good point, Jake.
Gotcha.
That's why he effed it up.
Unless he has somebody that he knows that he already has a deal with behind closed doors that we don't know.
Deion Sanders.
Maybe.
That is a Jerry Jones move.
He's going to Vegas.
Kellen Moore?
No. Kellen, I can see that.
Already?
Did you guys pay attention? Tom Brady stepped down from Fox.
Right.
He's trying to find the proper coach to come in and coach the Raiders. Coach Prime says all of a sudden, yeah, hey, if they call me, I'm interested.
I already know who the Bears are hiring, boys. I already told Dre last week. I'll tell you, Jakey boy. Y'all are hiring Ron Rivera.
Yeah.
You're hiring Ron Rivera.
No, the fuck we're not.
Ex-player, leader of men, the whole thing. McCaskey's already talked about it. It's already done.
Brian Flores, too. That could be it.
If I'm the Bears, you want to know who I go get?
Don't say Ben Johnson.
No.
Because it'll explain my whole beef with Ben Johnson. I don't have a beef with him. I just get annoyed.
Listen, I seen one name that I know for sure is a good coach. He never got a chance at a head coaching job. He's with a terrible team right now, but he's a great quarterback coach. He coached with Patrick Mahomes. He's a Chicago native kid. He played at St. Rita. Somebody told me I was biased, but I'm not fucking biased.
No.
You go get Mike fucking Kafka. He's a Chicago-born kid. Bring him here and let him do his fucking thing. He's a
Is it good
quarterback.
that he's a Chicago-born kid?
Yeah, oh, for sure. He played football with my brother Freddie. I
And
watched him in high school. I know that dude personally.
And he played at Northwestern.
Yes.
So here's the other thing with Kafka that I find interesting is he has connections to Ryan Poles. They were both at Kansas City together.
Same time. Why else would Kafka's going to be that coach for the Chicago Bears? Why? Because he's a new guy. He's also been around the Chiefs. He knows what it takes to win, and he knows he needs to build the line around here.
Dark horse name. Hey. Todd Monken, the offensive coordinator for Baltimore.
I thought about him too.
That's a good one too.
I like Joe Brady a lot. I would love Joe Brady.
I didn't know. Hey, that you were dropping knowledge on me, bro. I appreciated that. That was good shit. I didn't even know about that Kafka shit. Didn't even know about it. I mean, I heard his name in the media, but I'm in the playoffs. So I can't be. I'm not worried about no fucking Mike Kafka.
He was drafted by, and Philly. Now it makes me mad because I think about my brother and my brother. My bad. Go ahead, Jake. I'm sorry.
He got drafted by Philly.
By Philly, yes.
Andy Reid.
Him and Andy Reid. He's been around Andy Reid his whole life.
Hey, makes a lot of sense to hire that guy. Will they? Probably not.
No.
Probably not.
We're hiring the Jaguars special teams coordinator because we're.
Yeah.
No, I'm watching the. I
like Ben Johnson to the Jaguars personally.
So
that's not a bad move.
If I were y'all, I'm trading a couple twos for Stefanski in Cleveland. Now, don't even worry about it.
I agree. Get his ass. Bring him home.
Tomlin,
a dog.
Talk
as
about
a head coach.
Culture.
100. Exactly the word I used, Jakey boy. I said culture changer day one. You know what I mean? And I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
Who am I? You know. Chicago media, bro, is a joke, dude. I feel bad for y'all, man, because y'all are going to end up hiring fucking...
So, here's my big issue, and I'm interested to see what Dre says about this. There's a lot of Bears fans that are like, oh, we need Ben Johnson. It's Ben Johnson or bust, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, Ben Johnson, he's a great play caller. Part of the reason he's a great play caller is the Lions built a fantastic team for him to work with. You think he's going to do the same thing?
Offensive line in football.
You think he's going to do the same thing with the Bears offensive line?
No.
So, it's funny to me, and trust me, this is no shade on Ben Johnson, because Ben Johnson is a great play caller.
He's a good play caller.
Great offensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions. Here's where my issues come in. Where was this greatness when he was in other places?
Right.
Nobody talked about him being this great play caller, if you really pay attention to it, he was an assistant head coach. Assistant quarterback coach, assistant special teams coach, special teams and assistant quarterback coach, assistant, and then all of a sudden he got to the Lions and he's this great play caller. I had an argument with somebody.
He's a Sean Payton disciple, basically. So it's play action, run the ball, everything you see the Broncos trying to do. Half the league. Ben Johnson doesn't do anything special that nobody else in the NFL does. The Lions just have the best blocking offensive line in football.
That's what happens when you actually spend money on your line.
Right. It's easy to make a play happen if you can block your play. If you can't block your play, it doesn't matter what kind of fancy route combination you have. If you can't block it, doesn't matter. And for the Bears with me, I don't want a coach, and I've told Dre this, I don't want a coach where another team in the division has his playbook already. There's nothing the Bears would be able to run with Ben Johnson that the Detroit Lions don't have on film. It doesn't matter who you have, what you have. The playbook is on film in the division.
They don't have on film that they don't already know.
No, exactly.
Or for that matter, the Packers...
the verbiage. What kind of are you just going to change your verbiage? Now is there too much communication? Players are thinking too much because you changed the verbiage? Because you can't call it the same verbiage because if the Lions already know what your checks are, game over.
Yep.
You know, game's over.
Yeah,
so it's going to be interesting to see what happens with the Bears. They're really kind of it's kind of a house of cards. I hate to say it, but at the same time, they sort of hold all the keys before all these coaches. All right, where's Chicago going? Because they're a big media market. That's going to take up all the attention for at least a week. You know, everybody's going to be talking about it, especially for the Caleb Williams angle. The Packers already suck again, so that's cool. So now when next year comes and it's another excuse and the Packers are in the playoffs, we're right back here at square one again, asking why Poles is fired. Why aren't you just firing Poles now?
You see what I'm doing? I'm doing the cycle.
Oh, yeah. It's the cycle, dude. It's what it is.
It literally, like, I think we've lived
It's
this like
wild.
6 times already.
It's wild, dude.
I don't want to relive this shit.
Jim Tressman.
3 years ago, they told me that this was the time.
Matt Nagy and
Trusting Poles, he's going to change the. And now I'm starting to see the same shit happening. Ain't nothing really changing. It's like McCaskey's just sell the team to the city of Chicago.
Virginia, just somebody just needs to, like, I don't know. You said it, brother.
That you want to put Jerry Reinsdorf there too?
Dude, I would love to. Oh my god. Oh, what I'm a Bulls fan and a White Sox fan, so I'm in purgatory, brother.
So
I'm in fucking purgatory, dude.
As a Cub fan, like, I know a lot of Cub fans that don't actually hate the White Sox because they feel bad. Like, we feel genuinely like we used to like hate you guys. That were like, it's just like, no.
I mean, when I was in high school, it was a great rivalry.
In high school, I used to
that shit was
people
lit.
because I used to hear, "Oh, you guys ain't won the World Series yet. You guys ain't won." Bro, I used to hate it. And it was like 20. It was
the Cubs, when the White Sox were good, they would lose 100 games, and the White Sox were going to the World Series.
2005 so it was like so long ago,
dude, and that was the worst possible thing that could have happened, bro.
Because then they just
think about it, dude. Real talk, no bullshit, Dre. The White Sox have 3 playoff series wins. 3 playoff series wins in their history. They were born in 1900s. They have 3 playoff series wins in their history. They all came in 05. If 05 doesn't happen, he's forced to sell the team because he would have had the longest running losing streak in sports history if he did.
They're probably not even in Chicago, honestly. They probably would have moved to like
They're in Tampa Bay. They built that park for Reinsdorf because that's where he's been since the fucking 80s.
So and the funny thing is, White Sox fans and Chicago sports fans would love to have an organization like the Tampa Bay Rays up here.
100%. Oh, love it. Oh, we're fucking drafting and developing talent to go to the World Series at least?
Bro,
absolutely.
I'm not gonna lie. I would hate if they sold the Sox and moved them somewhere.
Oh, I would too.
Piss me off, bro.
It'd be awful.
It'd
be awful.
That crosstown there's nothing like Chicago crosstown classic, bro. I understand. I've never been to Bears. I never been to Yankees, Mets. I never been there. But just by paying attention to what I see, ain't nothing like Chicago.
I've been to a Dodgers Giants
fight on the field and in the stands. Come to Chicago.
Yeah, I've been to Dodgers Giants games. You're going to Disneyland going to Dodgers Giants game. Yeah, there's been fights and shit because there's a lot of, Latin cultures and gangs and shit with the logos in baseball. But dude, it's you're fucking looking at goddamn Disney World. Talking about trying to be tough. I'm like, bro, come to a fucking Sox game. You're going to see people drawing iron in the parking lot.
Vikings just tied it.
Did they?
Oh, shit.
Let's go NFC North.
They fucking... Oh, that was a fumble.
Let's go.
That was a fumble by Matty Stafford. That's illegal hands to the face by fucking Minnesota.
You want Minnesota to lose so fucking bad.
I mean, I got a Rams ticket, so I hope so, yeah.
So, going back to the White Sox, here's my other thing. My dad worked for Vienna Beef for a very long time.
I love him.
Yeah. A lot of clients on like the south side of Chicago. Jimmy's is one of them.
Yes, sir. Shout out Jimmy's on the west side.
Hell yeah.
Jimmy's dog.
And I didn't realize this growing up in the suburbs. Like, I thought growing up, most Chicago was Cub fans. I thought it was like 80-20%, right? But then, like, I don't know, when just I would go on like little trips with my dad and stuff like that, I realized like there are a lot
it's a
of loyal White Sox fans, and they're the blue collar ones.
Shout out to my pops. My pops, loyal fucking Sox fan. You suck too, Pop.
All my
but
family,
you know, hey,
all my family, dude. Like I got
Dude,
a big
but
family.
like, and that's what's so frustrating about the White Sox is you have some hardcore, and the Cubs have a lot of fans like that too.
Shout out to my wife.
Oh, bandwagon fans.
Sox fan.
Some of the biggest bandwagon fans of all time are Cubs
So
fans.
here's what I say. Here's what I tell people because I have a friend. So the perfect example. I have a friend who grew up in Florida. So like, which you would think would be a much bigger baseball market, but it's not. But it's not.
At all. Even though they play 24/7, 365 down there.
And like the best baseball players come from Florida. You would in the Latin American. You would
or swim to fucking Florida to go play.
You would think the Marlins would be like a fucking dynasty, right?
Trash.
3 World Series, still somehow second most like century baseball.
So he asked me, he's like, is Chicago a Cubs town or a Sox town? And here's what I tell him. It's 70-30 depending who's better because it's like 50-50. Right. And if the Cubs are doing well, 20 like in 2016 that 20 swung to 70.
Yeah, they'll swing over.
White Sox, I'm like, but I will tell you this. It's 100% a Bears town. I mean, you have like the Packer fans
I say that all the time. Chicago's a Bears town.
Honestly, you ready for this? If you ain't cool enough as a Packers fan, you can fuck around and die up here on a Sunday talking that Bears Packers.
Yeah, because you have to walk 2 fucking hours in the cold out of the fucking shitty ass fucking stadium by the lakefront. Because there's no fucking parking.
Dre, have you been to?
Leaving a fucking Bears game.
Dre, have you been to Lambeau?
It's awesome.
No.
It's amazing. Like I hate saying it. It's like
the easiest fucking stadium you've ever been to in your entire life. And it's in a neighborhood.
And it's beautiful.
Now
it's beautiful.
I have been to Lambeau. I've never been in Lambeau. My aunt lives in Manitowoc, and we wound up going up to Green Bay one time, and she let us see
killer food.
I wouldn't say all of that.
The best food in Wisconsin.
It's like going to a baseball game at Miller Park. I love Miller Park.
I've been to Miller. Yeah. I've been to Miller's.
I love that. There's a cow there too. That's even the best part about it.
They took away the touchdown for the Minnesota Vikings.
Oh, and then he just
Miller Park is beautiful. I think it's great.
Indoor, outdoor, they can drop the roof. Wisconsin's got it going on. Imagine, dude. Dre brought it up last week. The Bears need to be a fan-controlled Commonwealth team with a football operations department, not a GM or just some fucking schlub in a suit or the Lorax. I call McCaskey the Lorax. You look at him with his fucking orange mustache. I mean, it's a spitting image of the Lorax from fucking Dr. Seuss. Dude, you gotta get a football operations with a Commonwealth where there's gonna be some football players making football decisions, like the Packers do it. Like Leroy Butler, signed off on Goody becoming GM, who started his next phase of the Green Bay Packers.
Can you
Pat
imagine?
Murphy, who's our president, won a Super Bowl with Brett Favre.
Yeah. Can you imagine if the Bears had their board of directors? I'm imagining this because I listen to Chicago Sports Radio in the morning. Olin Kreutz,
so do I.
Olin Kreutz, Charles Tillman, Lance Briggs, Alex Brown, Brian Urlacher, just those guys. But
great
those guys
football player. Cannot talk sports.
No, but I'm saying great football player, but talking about the football mind and saying making decisions, things like that. Because I mean, they don't need to. They're not the best commentators in the world. Although Olin Kreutz is about as unfiltered as you can.
Kreutz is okay, even though he was kind of like a blithering idiot as a football player.
CT has so much.
He has a stammer. You know what I mean? Like I'm not, nothing like that. But now he's on the road. Like he talks a lot. He's pretty good. I kind of like him, and he calls people out. That's what the team needs.
You know what? You need to tell Caleb Williams to throw the ball more. Hey, he don't give a fuck. He don't care.
You know what else I realized about those teams is I'm talking 06 Bears. They had an offensive line that was unbelievable. Roberto Garza, Owen Cruz.
Roberto Garza, yeah, dude.
Another one that I would like. Charles Tillman seems like a bright guy. I would love to have.
He's an FBI agent.
Yeah.
Yeah,
not bad. Let's
I've
consult that person on maybe fucking making a decision here. You know, like we do.
If you know, he could, if he could
Patriots
take out,
clearly did.
if he takes out McCaskey and Reinsdorf, he could probably run for office in Chicago.
Oh, dude, 100%. 100%.
He could probably do that without it.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that you give that little small guy fucking that kind of power, dude. Shit. Dude, the Bears it's really like the biggest bag fumble of all time because like the Bears fans, like they're some of my most favorite. Like I've trolled East Coast, West Coast, South. I was in the Navy, so I've been in the South, been in the West Coast. Chicago Bears fans, dude, are the fucking best fans to fuck with, dude, especially talking football. Because it's like they have so much pent up football knowledge because their team has been trash for so fucking long and every decision just hasn't worked out. And so it's like they have all this pent up like rage and sort of like look forward to, but they're still like hopefully optimistic in this weird way. And I'm like, what's to be optimistic about?
Well, that's my thing. Is every July,
like, I think you're allowed to change your team if you want to, if you're a Bears fan. Like, hey, I used to be a Bears fan as a kid. I changed it to whoever. I could see that. I could see it.
I'll be honest. I've had friends text me that say if they mess up this head
down
coach,
goes Darnold. Yeah, there you go. For a big loss. 2nd and 2, sack for a 15-yard loss. 3 sacks for LA already. There's 12 minutes left in the second quarter. 3 sacks already.
So you want to know another big bag fumble? And it's our buddy Reinsdorf. So you won 6 titles with the Bulls in the 90s. Cultural phenomenon. You would
made
think
billions on the merchandise.
Yeah, you would think in the thousands you'd be able to just get any free agent you wanted because everyone grew up watching Michael Jordan.
You would think so.
Did nothing.
And
now everyone that would be like a free agent now, that would be like, hey, they don't remember the 90s Bulls.
Right. They weren't even fucking born.
You can watch The Last Dance, but they weren't even born. They're going to want... They're more, this is really sad, they're more connected to the Cleveland Cavaliers than the Chicago Bulls.
100%, dude. The best fucking... Dude, I was talking to I have younger cousins that go to Colorado State out here. They're sophomores at Colorado State. The best dynasty in their lifetime is the fucking early 2000 teens Golden State Warriors teams.
I was about to say...
That'll never be ever touched again.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, buddy.
They already been touched.
Buddy, the Bad Boys Pistons in 4.
And then
the 2006 Detroit Pistons with Ben Wallace and 4.
Tayshaun Prince, fucking
by 50.
Fucking Chauncey Billups, fucking Rip Hamilton. Hold on, Ben and Rasheed Wallace.
Yeah.
Are we playing LeBron rules or are we playing 90s Bulls rules? Because
when you're talking that era, you have to play those rules of that era. When you're talking this era, you got to talk this era. But those Golden State Warriors teams, yeah, you play them in any sort of, league in the 80s. It's not even the same game. It's not even the same game.
Have you guys seen how bad the NBA ratings are?
Yeah.
Down to the shit.
That is
as bad as it can be.
I watched the Derrick Rose night thing because that's the guy I grew up watching.
Totally.
And I gotta tell you, I watch a ton of college basketball. I don't understand how the NBA just stopped playing defense.
Right. Chuck and duck threes, dude.
Game.
Right. It is a pickup game. It's ball is YouTube clip highlight basketball. Your turn, my turn. Your turn, my turn. Yeah.
Punt again, roughing the punter, bro. That's huge. First down.
And the other thing that bugs me about this NBA, and this isn't even that long ago, I remember watching growing up LeBron versus the Bulls, the Derrick Rose Bulls, or LeBron versus the Celtics. Man, KG and LeBron weren't I'm going to recruit you to my team and be Ray Allen did it, but they hated each other. They didn't like each other. And now you watch a game and Draymond Green's like glazing LeBron, and I'm like, aren't you like supposed to be like?
Yeah. I
like,
remember
there's
when
not even that.
I remember when KD was on when he won his MVP, he was like, I could never do what LeBron James did, and go, and then he just did what LeBron James did, and I was like, okay, well that settles that. I officially don't like you, KD.
Well, and here's the thing with KD.
I don't like
calling
KD
the kettle black.
Bitch. Always on the fucking internet crying and complaining and trying to bitch back at people.
But they all
can
complain.
shoot the basketball. So
maybe Cooper Flagg's gonna be the one that saves the NBA.
I hope so, man. I want to see somebody get punched in the face mid-court because they're talking shit. Bring some rivalry back, man. There's no more rivalry. Everybody's a fucking friend. I hate
That's
that
why
shit.
you need like Anthony Edwards he'd be like the one guy that I think could bring it back because he talks a lot of shit.
Him and John Morant.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or you get Trae Young. You get Trae Young on
I just don't know if John Morant's that guy anymore.
Although I guess he cleaned up a lot when they brought Derrick Rose in for a year, and Derrick Rose just literally was like, "Ja, don't do anything stupid."
Yeah.
But that was a really smart move. Like
interception by the Rams.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just so hard. Like
I wouldn't be surprised if they get rid of his ass.
Who, Ja?
No. Minnesota get rid of their head coach.
Oh no, he was coach of the year last year. I think he's going to be around a little while.
If they got rid of Kevin O'Connell,
and they got J.J. McCarthy sitting there too. So
I could see him getting traded to the Raiders.
Really?
Shador's going to the Raiders.
What?
I don't think Shador's going to the Raiders. I think Shador's going to the Cowboys.
You see him trading up? Tennessee's trading that pick. Tennessee's trading that pick, dog.
If anything, so the Cowboys will have to trade Dak Prescott and the first round pick.
And they just gave Dak a bag.
Here's my theory. I have a theory. So, this is a Jerry Jones move. Cowboys are going to hire Dion. And then Cowboys are going to hire Dion.
That's crazy.
And then they're going to trade Dak to Tennessee, maybe some other picks, whatever, for the first pick, draft Shador. I'm not done. Then they're going to trade CeeDee Lamb to the Browns for the second pick and draft Travis Hunter.
Get the fuck out of here, dude. That would be some insane shit by Jerry John. I think people would have a meltdown if that happens.
But wouldn't Jerry love that?
You ready for this? As a person who hates the Cowboys, I would love to see that.
Love it.
I would.
They're going to be trash for the next decade, dog. Trash.
Not really.
Who's their coach?
Think about it, bro. You're saying they're going to be trash? You bring Dion in, they tank for about 2 years and get a couple more. Bro, they're going to be solid.
Also, Dion is like the outside maybe Marcus Freeman.
NFC's tough, man. NFC is deep, dog. And look at his division with Jaden Daniels ain't going nowhere, bro. Every year, not everybody can be good. Not everybody can be good every. It's not going to happen.
Jaden Daniels got to put some heat on his nose, or he's going to be hurt.
Philly's going nowhere.
You know who I see when I watch Jaden Daniels play? RG3. That's exactly who I see. And I'm a little worried that he's going to get hurt like RG3.
He's a little bigger. He's a little bigger in the pocket than RG3.
But
he throws. I mean, Jaden Daniels runs because he has a fucking nuke for an arm, and teams are playing soft because he can throw that motherfucker anywhere on the field.
So
down the sideline, that touchdown pass to McLaurin, that's top 5 level quarterback. Yeah, it's a flash. Yeah, it's a play. You got to do it again. Yeah. Next year's all new year. Defenses adjust. We've seen plenty of guys have sophomore slumps. Same thing is probably going to happen at some point for sure.
Oh my God.
No question about it. What's happening?
God damn, Cam Akers. He just juked the shit out of me. I might be a second behind.
Do you so this is always funny to me. I was reading something. They're like, oh, the Bears missed on, they should have drafted Jaden Daniels over Caleb Williams, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, no, Jaden Daniels would be absolutely running for his life every single play, and he'd be
He'd be hurt.
dead.
He'd be hurt.
Yeah, like.
It's not the guy we needed.
And it's the same thing with Patrick Mahomes. Like, they're like, oh, the Bears missed on Patrick Mahomes. You remember that Super Bowl where the Chiefs played the Bucks, and Mahomes was running around for his life the entire game? That would have been every week with the Bears. Every week.
I do like that upside of the player, though.
Oh, yeah, but that would have been such a
throws
crazy...
or throws, brother, and I haven't seen... You know what I mean? I mean, you guys are still trying to use Caleb Williams with his legs. Mahomes already can do that, too. He still has this. You know what I mean? Kansas City's offensive line hasn't been all that great either, so let's just, I mean, how many times they've gotten hurt?
He does have Travis Kelce and Andy Reid. Which
I say this, and I stand by this.
So we need,
The guy the Bears should have went and got was not Jaden Daniels, and it wasn't Caleb Williams. The guy that the Bears should have went and got is over in Denver right now.
That guy.
Bold, brother.
That's
I said it then, and I stick to it. Even though I do see good things from Caleb Williams. But at the end of the day, I think that Bo Nix would have been the perfect pick for the Chicago Bears.
Well, I still said this, and this is what I said after the year last year. We should have traded the number 1 pick, get the offensive line, kept Justin Fields, and drafted Marvin Harrison. Now, hindsight's 2020. I might have said Malik Neighbors now, but Marvin Harrison, get that receiver there, get that offensive line.
Brian Thomas Jr. over anything DJ Moore's ever done in his career.
Okay, speaking of Brian Thomas Jr., how shitty of a coach is Brian Kelly? How shitty of a coach is Brian Kelly when you had Brian Thomas Jr., Malik Neighbors, and Jaden Daniels, and you didn't win the SEC?
And you lost to fucking Kentucky at home.
How shitty are you?
Not only did you lose to Kentucky at home, you lost to Kentucky by 17 at home. On homecoming night, where you're a 24-point favorite.
At LSU, which is impossible to win at. I'll be playing college football, and I'm I'm playing against LSU, and I can't figure out what the fuck to do because my controller's gonna burst out. And
I love it.
Uncontrollably.
Man. What a ride it's been. It's been some good shows this year, Trey. I cannot believe we fucking lost that fucking Philly game, bro. I'm still so fucking mad. Not even mad, because I'll trade it. I'll trade a Notre Dame natty for anything we make.
Now that I think about something.
What? I said something. I
believe you said something earlier in the year about, if we were at home, we would have beat Philly. And the only reason we beat Philly because we were on a soccer field. You got your ass beat on a real field.
We did. Heads up, straight up. We did. Didn't deserve to win it.
Top the elbow.
Dog.
Top, bro.
We win the coin toss. We elect to receive instead of deferring to the second half. And then because you want to start off fast and you fumble the opening kickoff. I don't care about the review. I don't care. Oh, you should have had it. Oh, you had it recovered. Don't drop the ball. It was 5 yards into the end zone. Let it go in. Start from the 30 and let's get some fucking action going.
Yep.
We didn't put any fucking size on their undersized linebackers the whole game. Matt LaFleur got way too cute with these jet sweeps and window dressing with Jaden Reed. Bro, Darius Slay is grabbing at his groin. He's going in and out of the game, and we don't dot him up one-on-one with our best receiver. We don't even scheme up. It's Jimmy's and Joe's, not X's and O's. That's always been truthful. And we don't get Tucker Kraft on Zach Bond on a Y option. If he's inside leverage, you go outside. If he's outside leverage, you go inside. On 3rd and 5, we can't run that one fucking time. It's what Travis Kelce has made his entire career on, is boxing out that undersized linebacker. And Zach Bond, nothing special. Jordan Love threw him a ball right to him. Looked right at him, threw him a ball. Didn't do nothing special. It's what we did wrong. And that's what
like
I hate
simple
most, because the
Madden.
Eagles really didn't beat us. We beat ourselves. That's the most
like,
painful thing that I have to like watch. I'm like, bro, we literally did the best against anybody's ever did against Saquon Barkley all season, and we still like should have won that game. We had 4 possessions in going into the Eagles territory in the first half and scored 0 points.
Can you imagine if you were a Giants fan and you lost your best player to the arch rival Eagles and you just watch him dominate every single week? That would be awful.
I mean, I watched it with Jordan, with David Montgomery, who Bears fans wanted to get rid of. But
that's
lead the league in touchdowns the year after he led the Bears. I thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah, I mean, the Packers kind of did the same thing, but then you replaced Aaron Jones with Josh Jacobs, so it was fine. But if Josh Jacobs didn't work out, it'd be...
Dude, we got rid of Aaron Jones, Aaron Rodgers, and Devontae Adams in 3 consecutive years, and we've won more games without them than we did with them.
Watching the Jets suck as a Bears fan was hilarious, just because it was like watching my mid-2010s Bears. It was like me getting revenge for the 10s Bears, like just...
Yeah. Fuck you.
Them
you know what I mean? Like, fuck
watching
off.
them
You
implode.
do suck. Yeah, dude. No kidding, bro. No kidding. And I was a Jordan Love guy, and I still have question marks. I mean, next year is going to be a big year for him because I know Goody's not fucking around. So,
yeah. What do you think about LaFleur?
I got questions on him, man.
He can fuck my bet up.
He coaches like a Republican, man. Way too conservative. And in Green Bay, we've always been an aggressive passing style team with the field that's made for it, and we just aren't doing that. So I don't know next year, and I know it's in there because we did when we took the handcuffs off of Jordan Love last year and just let him use his leg and extend plays and make throws down the field. We saw how explosive the offense can be. They're out there thinking too much. It's way too much of this and not enough north and south. The field is 100 yards long, not 100 yards wide. It's like we got to stop overthinking it. Josh Jacobs, we didn't run, 0 8-man fronts, 8 a line, okay, and eye up Josh Jacobs, dot him in the eye once. We ran him out of this fucking circle motion, out of pistol or shotgun, offset formations. Get him downhill running at somebody's face, dude. You're going to tell me fucking Zach Bond's going to try to tackle at 5'1", 195? Josh Jacobs 25 times a game in I formation? Playing middle linebacker? No. Not going to happen. And the first team that does it, like the Carolina Panthers when they did it with Chuba Hubbard, who went off for fucking 200 yards and 2 touchdowns on this Philly defense. The first team that does it is going to be the team that beats Philly. Yeah. Really, though. Especially if there's an offense for Philly that has 4 consecutive 3-and-outs.
It would have been Detroit if Mont wasn't hurt, but Mont done.
He's back for the divisional run.
Here's what I'm going to say about Detroit. I think Dan Campbell, that whole team, the whole story's great. Like, great culture there. I think what's going to be the thing that holds them back is Campbell's play call, Campbell's play calling. Going for it on a 4th down, like a random like he does that, where he'll go on every time they lose, it's because he does something stupidly aggressive that he doesn't need to do. And that's what's going to hold them back.
When you do it every play, it's like the players play that play different. Like, their mindset going into it now is like, well, we're going for it on 4th down in our own territory. Dude, when they play the Packers, they went for it on 4th and 6 at the 30 twice, and we got the ball back. And scored touchdowns, and they still did it again and scored a touchdown and won the game.
My other thing with them is...
I don't know. There's no way to explain it.
Their defense is so depleted, though. Like,
I know, man.
Brutal.
Yeah. Their defensive line has, like, all backups on it, dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they
got back Anzalone, that linebacker from the forearm. I know they got him back, but...
Here's the difference, though. Now you're not playing... You're not playing, the Bears or Sam Darnold anymore, though. You're playing, good
They're
teams.
Ready to play. Who's Detroit playing? The winner of this game.
Washington.
No, Washington, that's right. Yeah, that's tough for Washington, dude.
Yeah, but even if they win that, then they got to go play Philly or LA or Minnesota. I mean, it's not easy. And then if they win that, hot take, AFC, Ravens are going to win the AFC.
Bills. I don't know why I got Bills, but I think it is the winner of this game, though. Whoever wins this
I
game
hope
will
it's not
win
the
the
Chiefs.
AFC.
I hope it's not
Whoever
the Chiefs.
wins the Bills and Ravens game will win the AFC.
The Chiefs play who? The Chargers?
Texans.
Chiefs will play the Texans.
The Texans.
I think the Chiefs will win that game, but then I think they'll lose to Baltimore. I mean,
hey,
I love Chiefs lose.
Hey, Texans, that's the Texans team we seen at the beginning of the season, bro. They might turn it back up, bro.
What a play by Rams.
Do you think Goodell's gonna let the Chiefs not make the AFC Championship though? Gotta have the Swifties. I mean, like,
way to shut up, block.
They have the worst. They are the worst, like 15-2 team I've ever seen in my life.
I know, dude. Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
You want to know why? Because
wild, bro.
The reason for it is because every time that they won, you've seen the ref call some bullshit call that gives them an extra play or two.
In reality, the AFC
Ravens
West probably should have went down to the last game of the year.
Yes.
Honestly.
Yeah. Oh, fumble by Stafford, picked up at the 50. The Rams are going down the sideline at the 30, at the 20, the 10, 5, and touchdown. LA Rams off of a Sam Darnold fumble, scoop and score by Devin Weatherspoon.
In the third?
Second quarter, 4:35 left.
What is that, 21-3?
17-3, sir.
17-3. Rams.
I
think Philly beats the Rams next week if this holds.
Oh, came through unblocked. Aaron Jones, what was that? Wasn't Jones, that was somebody
else. I'm going to be real. The Phillies horn up the Rams' ass next week. It's not going to be pretty for them next.
Weatherspoon stripped it and
in Philly, cold, LA, hell no. A dome team playing outside in a playoffs in cold, not looking good.
I'd probably take Philly over.
I might be saying new Super Bowl pick, Philly over Baltimore.
Baltimore over Philly, dude.
I think I was about to say I think I'll go with
They're undersized at linebacker. And Baltimore's going to make either Bond or homeboy Burks. You're tackling Derrick Henry or Lamar Jackson 30 times. Not going to happen.
Yeah. Philly beat them earlier this year, though.
I think they put it on film. I don't know. That second matchup, neutral field.
Yeah.
I really like Baltimore's matchup there.
I'm just wondering how they beat them the first time. But maybe it's just home field.
I guess that's a good point. I can't remember.
Yeah, because if you beat them the first time.
Where's this Super Bowl at?
New Orleans.
And the Superdome? Oh, bro. It'll be Zay Flower, fucking Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson. That's nasty.
That's where they won the Super Bowl when they played the San Francisco Giants.
49ers.
Or yeah, what I say? Not fucking San Francisco, fucking Giants, fucking idiot.
You know what's crazy?
The Niners when they turned the lights out on Kaepernick.
You know what's funny is they
did. They aced that motherfucker.
Every 12 years, if you look it up, every 12 years the Ravens win the Super Bowl.
It's kind of weird. Packers too. It's like every 14 years for some reason. It's wild.
So if Aaron Rodgers goes, if Aaron Rodgers goes to the Vikings
From
next
Brett Favre
year,
to Aaron was 14 years.
If Aaron goes to the Vikings next year, should I just put a future on Jordan Love being a Viking in 20 years?
Bro, that's it, dude.
A Jet and then a Viking?
And also bet Green Bay to win the Super Bowl. Because that's how that works. So jump on those good odds now.
And then I'll just pick some random 8th grader to be the next quarterback for the Packers. That's going to be a god.
Right. It's really... Packers are the system, man. You know, they just draft and develop, and they put their GM and coach and quarterback all in the same year together. You draft the team around the guy, hell or high water. And after 5 years, if it doesn't work, you can either re-sign him or cut bait. And that's exactly what it still is. After next season, his contract, voidable years, $0 if we cut him. So it's like next year, that's it. There's no guaranteed money on his contract after 2025. So
and then
it's
you
like
have the,
we basically just
and then
gave
you
him
ha-
$70 million for 6 years, and we got 2 playoff wins or 2 playoff appearances, 1 win. Kind of crazy.
and then
I don't know. I'll take it. Draft another guy. Malik Willis
and then
did
you
look good. I said start Malik Willis in the second half.
Malik's
It's
good.
just it shows
Honestly,
something different. You're losing.
Hey, man.
He's been slinging. Dude, the Jaden Reed's longest receptions of the entire year have come from Malik Willis.
Yeah.
I thought he was a good quarterback coming out of college, and
I did too.
Tennessee I just think Tennessee didn't have the right system for him.
Guess who was there when they
When
drafted
happened?
Malik Willis? Matt LaFleur when he was the OC for Mike Vrabel. That's why we signed him. Matt LaFleur
Makes
drafted
sense.
him as his puppy. Never got a chance to fucking
Play with him.
grow to play with the puppy because he moved to Green Bay. And Vrabel didn't know what he had. Dog Malik Willis, 7th rounder, and we already in training camp re-signed him for 2 more years for $4 million.
He's a phenomenal backup.
So it's like, bro, like Jordan Love, you don't show it early next year.
You
You're
know
on the
who
bench,
he
and I'm
reminds
good
me
with it.
of? You want to know who Malik Willis reminds me of?
RG3, like you were saying.
Tyrod Taylor.
Tyrod,
Yeah.
I like that.
Tyrod Taylor.
Like that.
He reminds me exactly of
I
Tyrod
like that
Taylor.
a lot.
He's going to get the job done. Don't get me wrong. He's
gonna give you one.
Malik's still trying to understand the NFL, but like Tyrod did, bro. As he gets older, he's gonna be good, bro.
I like him.
Well,
man.
how many times did we say, like, with Tyrod Taylor? At least I said it, like, if he had it, he was always on, like, not really good teams. If he was on a good team with a good offensive line and good receivers and good coaching, fantastic.
Yep.
But he was always stuck on, like, the pre-Josh Allen Bills that would get smoked by the Patriots twice a year.
The moment Josh Allen gets signed, they fucking let him go.
Let him go. Yeah.
He led him to the playoffs. Tyrod led him to the playoffs.
Thank you for getting us to the playoffs and nothing else. You were the greatest bridge quarterback we ever had.
Of all time.
Is he retired? He has to be.
Tyrod, he's a backup in for the Jets and A-Rod.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I forgot about that. God.
A-Rod's got to go.
That was Tyrod.
That's the problem with running quarterbacks.
He was going to be the starter, and then they fucking punctured his lung when they fucking drafted Justin Herbert.
Yep.
It was like an oops. And then
we did that on purpose.
Yeah, sure.
We did.
Yeah. Oops, we did it again. We
Although
did it to LT's replacement. You know what I mean? Darren Sproles.
Yep.
Gotta get this guy out of here. Showing up hot shit over here.
I will say this. I was
fucking New Orleans.
New Orleans. Yep. Punctured that man's lung a week before. Bro, Darren Sproles, the year before he went to New Orleans, when he was with the Chargers, they had LaDainian Tomlinson there. They gave him a super bag, and he had like 4 fumbles. Sproles gets on the field. He's lighting it up, dog. He has like 7 touchdowns in 3 games. They fucking, before the game, he had to get like some sort of fucking shot or whatever in his shoulder, and they fucking but they had to go into the armpit, and they fucking punctured this man's lung, dog. He was traded 2 weeks later to the fucking New Orleans Saints, where Sean Payton traded for him. Because he got who? Drew Brees, who came from where? The motherfucking Chargers. Not a coincidence.
That's a terrible organization.
Didn't those 2 players
100%.
win a Super Bowl together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Darren Sproles has a Super Bowl with Drew Brees.
He does.
My other thing with the Chargers is they're in LA where they have no fans.
Yeah.
You say the Chargers?
No fans in LA.
It's so crazy because them and the Rams play in the same stadium. And bro, it's like day and night. It's like
they have to
it's
play,
like the Lakers.
They paint the field Los Angeles.
Yes.
They play in Anaheim.
I think it's
they don't
Inglewood.
play in LA.
They play in Inglewood, bro.
Okay. Yeah. That
they
is
play in the hood. He said they play in Anaheim.
It's not
Disney World. An hour away.
Yeah. Whatever.
What?
It's the same shit.
But the Chargers had a fan base in San Diego. They were there for a very long time.
I've been to Qualcomm. I've been there a couple times when I was in the Navy.
And they just
it's smaller than the Bears Stadium, so I can see why they left. I mean, they're losing. Dude, I honestly, they had no upper deck. Dog, it sat 35,000. That's 10 less more than Chicago. They did.
They had a good, And now they just fill up
And
the
identity.
road. They have the road team come in now and fill up the
And
arena.
San Diego has a good ring. San Diego Chargers, great ring to it. Great ring.
Yeah, like, you know what? Speaking of teams relocating, I was so sad to hear about the Oakland A's, man. I mean, I understand why it happened.
Are they gone?
I mean, they're in
Still
Sacramento.
in a couple years, they're in Sacramento.
But
Okay.
like that
They're
you want to
thinking
talk?
it's going to be a couple years before the A's can move to Vegas. So the A's are going to move to Vegas. They're going to get a deal done out there, and and the A's will stay in Oakland, and Vegas will get the expansion team because they don't even have a stadium built. There hasn't even been a shovel break ground yet. So
see that. My other thing is too. There's so many other areas in North. Like I could understand not wanting to be in Oakland. There's so many other areas in Northern California with a lot of Silicon Valley money, but taxes I understand. But like, Silicon Valley money's. But that owner is a piece of shit, dude.
Piece of shit.
Like I think Reinsdorf's a piece of shit, and then there's that guy. I'm like, that guy. I think Reinsdorf's just cheap. That guy's actively trying to like ruin his team so he can move. It is awful. Like it's kind of like with George. I actually think George is not quite there in the head. Like if you hear
he's a fucking idiot. He has no idea what's happening with his team.
Dre, he would be on my
Kevin Warren is just selling this guy on some sort of like Kevin Warren's doing a hell of a job doing something convincing McCaskey that he's doing something good because he's been talking about a new stadium for y'all. Talk about going on damn near 5 years now.
But
I remember this when Matt Nagy got hired. He almost bankrupted the Big Ten Conference.
Did you hear what McCaskey said last week? He's like, I don't think there needs to be an alignment between coach and GM. I'm like, what kind of an idiot
I've seen that. That's the most dumbass shit I've ever heard in my life.
Like, what kind of idiot are you?
What?
Kyron Williams kind of nicked up.
McCaskey said last week, he goes, I don't think there needs to be an alignment between coach and GM. Like, they don't need to be on the same page.
So, if not, how do we if the GM don't know what the coach needs, nor does he know
there's a culture identity problem in Chicago. It's not a coaching, it's a culture identity problem in Chicago.
But like it's like I mean that would be like you or I go and like I don't need to be on the same page as my boss. It's fine.
Right. It's fine.
Let's just go in and hey, you're gonna teach whatever type of science you want to teach, and F the curriculum that we got, we're just gonna teach them whatever, bro.
Yeah. It's fine. Because, I'm a leader of men.
Yes.
Yeah. Right. I am a leader of
I can
always
use
hear
all
that
the
shit.
verbs.
Yeah.
I can use all the verbs and adjectives.
All their experience, and they're gonna add up that experience, and then their experience is gonna, lead us in the right direction because they're locker room guys. And Poles is he's in over his head. Poles.
I miss Ryan Pace. Poles makes me miss Ryan Pace.
It's the same guy. You didn't even change the name on the masthead.
No.
You ready for this?
It's the same guy.
Hey, at least I know one thing for sure with Ryan Pace. In the 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th round, he gonna get a good guy. He gonna come out with at least 2 or 3 good guys.
Who did he get?
Ryan Pace.
Who did he get?
Well, yeah, Eddie Jackson.
Eddie Jackson was a second rounder.
I thought he was later.
No, he was the second round.
Tariq.
He got a lot of players.
Cohen was solid until he broke himself.
If he got anybody good in the late rounds, he's still the GM.
He did.
The fucking team's a joke. Everybody is replaceable on this roster at this point. Maybe except a few guys.
He's talking about Pace, not Poles.
Both. Who did Ryan Pace get that was so fucking special that we can't criticize him where that player is at now?
Oh, every player can be criticized.
Maybe Brisker is maybe the only one that stands out as a 5th rounder.
Jalen Johnson.
Where was he at?
I think he was like a 4th pick.
Yeah.
If he was 4th rounder, I'll take that as. That's kind of mid rounds to me.
He wasn't a first, I can tell you that much.
No, he wasn't a first. He wasn't a first or second. That is definitely a good pick for where that position, for the type of player he is, for where you picked him. Elite, definitely a good pick. So that's a good point. But outside of that, it's like, yeah, there's a couple that you can like give credit to, but
Komet was a first.
No, he wasn't. Was he?
Komet was a first. Yeah.
Shut up! No way.
No.
Why?
He was second. I'm sorry. He was second.
Even a second rounder is insane for that. Touchdown Rams, 24-3.
We traded him because the Raiders had our first from the Khalil Mack trade. That's what it was.
Dude, y'all got rid of fucking Khalil Mack for Josh. Y'all could have had Josh Jacobs. Eddie Goldman?
Yeah, Eddie
One
Goldman.
hit wonder.
He was.
Yeah, like one good game.
One solid season, and then he just...
Pace did draft Roquan in the first round.
He got, Jordan Howard, bro.
1,000-yard rusher?
Jordan Howard.
That matters.
Montgomery.
Montgomery's a second rounder.
Even though this ain't a late pick, he got Roquan Smith. He picked David Montgomery in the third round.
Third round, okay. That's a good player for the third round.
Bilal Nichols in the fifth.
Bottom line is, at least we have guys that Poles picked or Pace picked that we can look at and say, hey, that was a solid pick.
Totally. Yeah, that's a good point.
Here's a one-hit wonder who was a great...
Roma Dunze.
Bro, we could have got somebody better than... We could have got Jared fucking Burst.
You also didn't have a lot of picks. Because you guys have traded a lot of picks. Because, Poles traded a second rounder for fucking, Chase Claypool. Y'all traded the Green Bay Packers a fifth rounder for fucking goddamn Tunyon.
Yeah, stupid.
Dude.
The Bears gave the Packers... God damn it. What was that? Thank you.
Lucas Dude.
I'm like, why?
You remember Nick Kowalski?
What? He can't play.
Who?
Yeah.
Nick Kwiatkowski.
Oh, Kwiatkowski. I remember him, yeah.
He was
slow as shit with the name Quick. Slow as dog shit, bro.
Fifth round.
Tunyon only caught touchdowns on the Bears because Kwiatkowski was covering him. It's dude, I saw a stat. Dude, Tunyon had like 10 touchdowns in like 3 years in Green Bay, and 9 of them came against Chicago with Aaron Rodgers. The other was against Tampa Bay in the playoffs.
Here goes a good pick for you. Fifth round pick, Darnell Mooney.
He's still in the league.
He was solid, but like on the Bears, he kind of sucked. I mean, he didn't suck, but he wasn't amazing. Like
fourth round pick. Without injury, this dude is still in the NFL doing something. Tariq Cohen.
Yep, yeah.
Short,
we
fast
were really
trying all over the place.
We were really trying to replicate the 06 Saints with that team because we had Shaheen, who we thought was Jimmy Graham, Tariq Cohen, who we thought was Darren Sproles. We thought Mitch Trubisky was Drew Brees. I sound ridiculous, but this is what they were.
What dumbass traded Greg Olsen? Do y'all remember?
Jerry Angelo.
Yep.
Oh fuck, dude. Oh,
fucking piece of shit.
See, that's what I mean, dude. Like, you can go back, like, you have all this demoralization. Like, you knew immediately who did that. I respect Bears fans, dude. Y'all biggest bag fumble. The Bears deserve. I've told Jay a few times, man. Dude. I'm one of like 9. My dad's one of 9 kids. I have 1.5 trillion cousins. They're all fucking loyal, fucking Bear fans. They deserve. I want you guys to win one, so you know how it feels, bro. Like. I've had mine. I'm good. I really don't care. It's all just fun for me. The Bears fans need a Super Bowl, dude.
You know what's interesting though about Jerry Angelo? We won the NFC with him. We won the NFC with Jerry Angelo. Like he made stupid decisions, but it's like Lovie Smith. Like he wasn't amazing, but he's our best coach I've seen.
I think that's when Kevin Warren replaced
Phillips.
That's right.
Ted Phillips was an accountant, by the way. Look it up. He was the president of football operations that was an accountant. McCaskies loved him so much they moved him to president of football operations. The fact that we did anything with that man at president of football operations is a miracle. At least Kevin Warren has some football background.
Right, true, yeah. but an accounting background, business guy. Doesn't look like he's very good at business. I'll just say that.
No.
It looks rough.
Because we're going to be playing at Soldier Field for the next 50 years, and yeah.
It's
and
bad.
Kevin Warren in the next 15 years is going to still be like, I got that field coming for y'all.
We bought more land in Arlington Heights.
Yeah.
But we're still negotiating and trying to figure out when we should move on there.
So here's my question about that whole Arlington Heights thing, right? We buy the land there. Let's say Chicago comes through and we buy we end up making a deal there. We can't figure out what to do with Arlington Heights. What the fuck are they going to do with that land? Like, just sit there?
Yep.
Like,
yeah. That's exactly what they're going to do. Because that's going to make McCaskey's money so they can... the Bears are the only way that McCaskey's make money. They're not rich. So any business that Warren does for them that makes them profit...
So if the McCaskeys are fucking smart, which we all obviously know they're not, this is what you do. George McCaskey, old lady McCaskey, before
Virginia.
you croak, here goes something.
Virginia
I'm
Ham
gonna tell you this,
McCaskey.
right? Here you go.
Killed her own brother
With
to get a hold of the team.
With that land, since you guys don't want to leave Soldier Field so bad, you take that land, you still build the stadium on there. What you do is, because obviously they're going to start looking for a couple expansion teams in the NFL real soon. It's coming. You get another team here in Chicago, and you sell that stadium to them as well. Let them play in there while you still collect revenue from them.
Okay, Dre, I have a thought with that.
That's
Chargers
fucking good foresight, brother. Yeah.
Dre, I have a better thought. The Chargers don't have...
I like it.
Chargers don't have fans in LA. Move them to Chicago. We could all be Chicago Charger fans.
I like that too.
Well, even though I hear you talking about Chargers, I heard people talking about the Jaguars coming here.
No, they were at one point talking about it because their owner has connections, but they just got approved for a new stadium.
Oh, well,
down in Jacksonville.
Hey, Chicago Chargers, that sounds really great to me.
Dude, I mean, I honestly think a lot of Bears fans would be so fed up with the McCaskies, they would be like, I just won't be a fan of any other team. So just to spite them.
I told I'm close to my cousin Luke my entire childhood, dude. My entire childhood, I was like, bro, how you're not a Packer fan? Like, how are you a Bear? Like, I don't understand.
Oh, if there was another team in Chicago, I don't actually think the Bears would be. You'd have some loyal fans hang on to 1985, but
bloodbath would ensue if the fucking Bears suck and this new team comes right in and wins.
But I gotta tell you,
there would be a fucking mutiny in the city. Raise the bridges.
I think people our age would be like, yeah, we're gonna go be fans of this other team because like they made us so miserable. Why are we?
Can you imagine Justin Herbert being in Chicago? Oh,
dude, that
I
guy
would buy a jersey because I know they're not getting rid of his ass no time soon.
They better get a fucking dome for that fucking soft ass West Coast offense.
Fine.
You're not playing that shit in no fucking Chicago, dog.
Well, think about it, bro. We need a dome. And it needs to fit 100,000, close to 100,000.
Yeah.
I also don't think that the McCaskies
take away your home field advantage.
Well, I don't think the McCaskies realize how much money if we got a dome would like make the city of Chicago and make Chicago because you don't only just you not only can just hold football games there, you could hold
soccer,
WrestleMania.
Basketball.
WrestleMania, UFC fights, Final Four, and
UFC,
Chicago has all the hotels.
Right there.
All the hotels.
Cheap.
Guys, I think we're going to end up playing at Northwest. Here's what the Bears are going to do. Northwestern's opening up a new stadium, and it's like, it actually looks pretty nice for a college stadium. But that's where they're going to end up playing because we're cheap. Share with Northwestern. Right along the lake.
When the McCaskey's guy and a real owner gets in here,
if that's going to
your
happen,
fortunes will change.
Then find a way to sell fucking Arlington. Take the money that you can get from Arlington, put it into that stadium, and make that stadium as big as you fucking can. And that way, other kids would want to come to Notre Dame. Why? Because they got a big fucking stadium to play in.
You mean Northwestern?
Northwestern, I'm sorry.
But that's Northwestern has like really strict academic standards, though. That's the problem with Northwestern.
Mm-hmm.
With football.
My thing is, though, like, Notre Dame started recently doing it. You can have both sides of the coin, academic standards in football. Why do your football players why it's have to be held to an academic standard that's, if not sometimes higher with more rigidness than a regular student? Plus practicing? No, put them in a regular college course because that's all they need. That's eligible. All they need. Put them in basic courses so they can stay eligible, and then you can have both. And then that's how you get more smart kids in here. Hey, look how good our fucking football team is.
Mm-hmm. Because guess what? You know? Whether schools want to believe it or not, no kid wants to go to a school that's not low key considered a party school.
Or cool school.
Yeah.
Or a cool school. Think about it. Cool, then it's okay.
Think about it.
Notre Dame school.
Your school doesn't necessarily have to be a party school. Chicago is a party city. The thing is, Northwestern does not have to necessarily be a school that on campus they throw the wildest party. But guess what? Kids will want to come here because they can go downtown, enjoy all the fucking festivities that's going on in fucking Chicago in the summertime, wintertime, and springtime, and then during the summer, whether they want to go home in the summer for vacation, they don't have to.
Right.
Yeah. My buddy ran
all the business
UIC.
Connections.
Ridiculous.
My buddy ran at UIC, and I mean, we had fun there. And like at UIC, we would go out, have fun.
Oh yeah, UIC is a good time.
Yeah.
Real good time.
DePaul, same way. I mean, like.
I'm part of UIC.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Bears are cheap, bro. They're a cheap city. It's a cheap city. It's a poor city. Chicago's a poor city.
Corrupt.
Poor and corrupt, and the Bears are poor and corrupt. Kind of par for the course, man.
I don't know if the Bears are corrupt as much as
you got a flash in the pan with Caleb, and I mean that's your guys' future for the next few years. So you're going to be hoping and praying that something's different. Catch a spark. Who knows? You know what I mean? Catch a spark. That's all you need. Like 2018, you caught a spark. You won the division. Go make a trade for Max Crosby. Trade your first-round pick. Go get a guy. Why can't you go get Myles Garrett? Because Sweat sucks. I don't know what anybody saw in that. I called it a long time. I was like, this guy is all scheme. This isn't a dude that's going to go get you,
still our best pass rusher.
Yeah, with 5 sacks this season.
He was hurt. He was hurt a lot, though.
Yeah, but still, I don't know. It's just not there, especially in the run stopping. Like shit through a tin horn. People were able to run the ball on you at the end of this whole year, really. And so it's just like you got to shore that up. That defense, I don't care what any Bear fan tells me, they can scream from high heaven. That defensive front has not been the same since Akeem Hicks left. So It's like, I don't know. Like that was kind of like your heart and soul there with Khalil Mack. I'm like, all you really need to do is just go get a couple more guys that are like that. Stop the run, play some defense, add some weapons. I mean, you're going to have to open up the offense because it can't be all check downs and swing routes next year.
I will say this too.
DJ Moore has to. You need to. There's nobody fast on that team that can just take the top off. Rome's kind of a gazelle. He kind of gazelles out there, big body, cool. Keenan Allen's old and DJ Moore's slow. I want to
trade DJ Moore at this point. I really.
I wouldn't blame you.
End of the year, he didn't really show much effort. He helped us beat you guys, which was the best, but
right.
But
and DJ Moore fumbled at the end of the game to
But he's making so much money too. Like I just get rid of him. Just I don't know.
It's too much money.
If Rome's our number one next year, that's fine. I mean, I don't expect us winning the Super Bowl next year anyway. So
yeah, dude, I don't know if that'll ever
happen.
I try to finish 500 if I were y'all. Finish 500 and take that next step for the next year. Maybe knock somebody out, instead of, just playing the Packers because whatever. You beat the Packers to keep them like the Lions when they this Lions run started when they knocked Aaron Rodgers last year in Green Bay ended with the Detroit Lions keeping them out of the playoffs, and they finished 8-9, and then the next year they just took that next step. Why can't the Bears do that?
Because we're owned by George.
It's
the
like
McCaskey family.
You know, it's like the Detroit Lions are owned by the Ford family, and that's never been good.
Well,
same shit, different toilet there.
The one Ford died, and the youngest one came in, and they were much better. So we need Virginia to die, and then we're fine.
I don't even know if one of the sons won it. I think when Virginia goes, they sell the team.
That'll be a
to the
parade.
city. That's all that
Because
matters.
it's in the will. Virginia can't because it's a will thing. So she, once she goes though, they can sell the fucking team. It's probably gonna go to Bezos.
I heard Bezos wants him.
I heard it's Bezos.
Hey, come on! I'm fine with that.
I heard
he's just
Elon
gonna throw
Musk,
money at the problem, which is okay every single time.
Every fucking time.
Every time.
Now
Don't even blame me.
If you go get Bezos, guess what? Your GM can't say. We didn't have the money to go get him. Bullshit, you didn't.
Poles isn't your GM. He's going to bring in somebody that he knows from the NFL that's been grooming one of these motherfuckers, and they're going to bring him there, and he's going to get, the next Tom Brady.
Well, and the other thing is, too, I heard Musk might want him, too, but he would have to, let go of his government job at that point, but...
fuck that guy.
But I don't know if you guys watch European soccer, but these Middle Eastern oil kings own soccer teams, and the amount of money they throw at players.
Oh yeah,
unreal.
It's crazy.
That's the type of thing, though. That's the type of thing you need.
You gotta throw some money at players if you want to ring.
You want to tell everyone in Chicago that? Every owner in Chicago?
Yeah. Hey, if you want to ring, you gotta throw some money at.
That's what also is funny about Cub fans, is Cub fans will sit there and say Ricketts doesn't spend money. I'm like, Ricketts spends more money than every other Chicago owner combined. So
no shit. Ain't that the truth?
It just doesn't work out, but at least he tries. He tries.
Shit,
it's still not. Baseball money is different. You got to have $1.5 billion in your payroll to be good.
Honestly, the thing with baseball too is people don't realize this. They think the Dodgers win because they spend a lot of money, which they do. Don't get me wrong, but their farm system is always top notch. They're able to trade for Mookie Betts because their farm system's insane.
Yeah. Well,
they're able.
This is where our Cubs fucked up, because they traded the whole farm system away to get players, and it didn't work in the fashion that they thought it would.
Hey boys, we got breaking news, bro. LA Rams did it again.
Minnesota going home.
They're going home, but
shitty doo water.
LA Rams did it again. They drafted the next Aaron Donald. This Jared Verse kid is a stud. I'm watching this dude take on 2 offensive linemen and just wreak havoc in the back.
And the Bears bypassed him like it was nothing.
I said it during draft night in the locker room. You always draft the solution when you don't need the solution. Because if it's ever a question, you need the solution.
Yep. And then, not only
learn that in high school football.
It would have been perfect because we just got rid of Roquan Smith at that time.
And you need a replacement for who? Akeem Hicks. I don't know. Kind of gnarly thinking about that. Not difficult. Football's not hard. But just too many egos get in the way of just making the right decision, man. Rich people and money, bro. Look at Jerry Jones and the Cowboys. Purgatory, dog. They got to make some hero trade to save that franchise now? For what? You just made the playoffs. Build the fucking team. Have some fucking okay, this player's not good. You're out of here. Why keep this blind loyalty? It really, I don't get it, because we don't do it. Packers don't give a fuck. You could have a Super Bowl MVP. You could have a Super Bowl MVP. You are gone, bro.
Look at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Same thing.
Yeah.
New England Patriots. Like the prime New England Patriots.
Right. And they'll be back.
Oh, God. That's what... When they signed Vrabel, I was like, fuck, they're back.
Yeah.
They're back.
They're going to be back.
God.
They got $119 million in cap space.
And you know Vrabel's not going to put up with shit. ever.
He's in the fucking Ring of Fame.
They're gonna be back. It's gonna be terrible.
They had Drake May. They're gonna go get T. Higgins, and barely.
I hate Drake May.
They barely scratched the surface of their cap space. They got 11 draft picks.
I hate Jake May, but I hate Drake May's brother, Luke May. He destroyed Duke a couple times.
You guys, honestly, you guys should have drafted the second coming of the North Carolina quarterback prospects instead of the first.
Sam Howell?
No, Mitch Trubisky, baby. The mighty Mitches, dude. When the Bears were 2018 Bears, how long ago was that? My gosh.
Yeah. He just got in the game last night.
Hey, he might win a Super Bowl this year.
Who?
Trubisky.
Oh, with the Bills, that's right. Wouldn't that be something?
Super Bowl winning quarterback.
Wouldn't that be something? Who was that linebacker that y'all drafted that sucked ass with y'all and then went to the Patriots and won a Super Bowl?
Oh, Shea McClellin.
Shea McClellin. Perfect example.
He's still a Chicago hero because he broke Rodgers' collarbone.
That's right. He was that asshole who did that shit.
Yes,
we still beat y'all ass twice with Deshaun Kaiser as our quarterback. We swept you guys and kicked your ass in Chicago like 23-6.
The joke is that McClellan was going to get a statue in Chicago of him breaking out Rodgers' arm. Okay. Tell me I'm wrong. I don't think there's a more hated athlete in Chicago than Aaron Rodgers. That man is. I've seen things said about that man where I'm like,
he snatched your soul for 15 years.
I don't think that's true, bro. I think Chicago I'm going to say what the average Bear fan won't say. It's a love-hate relationship with him. Because...
it's like the Joker and Batman.
So. Because you love watching him play.
Yeah.
But you hate when he comes to Chicago to play you.
Right.
Oh, it's like Duke in North Carolina. It's like, God, I hate North Carolina, but like if it wasn't for North Carolina,
there's no Duke.
Who would I hate?
Yeah.
Who would I hate?
Yeah.
There's not a game I get up for.
I don't care about basketball. I love betting college basketball, but my team sucks.
But there's not a game I would get up for every year. I mean, if it wasn't for Duke, North Carolina, it's a different level. Like, it just is. It's like Ohio State, Michigan.
Yeah.
Like, Ryan Day got his job, was getting fired, like, rumors that he was going to get fired because he lost to Michigan, but his record's like 40-5
He really should have been fired 2 years ago.
But if he wins a natty, he's not getting fired.
I mean, but my thing is, like, why couldn't somebody, like, he's the guy? Are we sure? I
would take Ryan Day at Nebraska. The way that man recruits.
I mean, with that team, I don't know if there's not. I mean, their offensive coordinator is, what's his name, from Oregon. So, like, legitimate head coaching experience. Why can't he do? I don't know. Like,
actually, you know who the guy is? You know who the
Why wouldn't they be able to go back and get, what's his name from Wisconsin, Luke Fickell?
You know who their best recruiter is? Brian Hartline. That guy, that's the guy that recruited all. He's recruited all their wide receivers from like Chris Olave to like Jeremiah Smith. That's insane.
That Jeremiah Smith kid's a beast, dude.
So, I mean, but Hartline literally recruited Olave, Garrett Wilson, Marvin Harrison Jr., Smith and Jigba. I'm like that's nuts. Yeah. Just to, but
money talks, baby.
But money some of that was before NIL anyway. But they're probably still paying them.
They're still doing it. I mean, every team was.
Remember, I visited University of Kansas one time, and there was a Mustang in the parking lot of the players' dorm.
Oh yeah, totally.
Just
totally.
Don't get me wrong. You still got players whose parents have got a little money.
Bro, Reggie Bush said on a podcast now that it's legal, he said him and his offensive line for a Thanksgiving game drove their Ferraris to the game.
That was the stupidest getting rid of the Heisman I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it was awful.
I'm like, the fact that Reggie got paid didn't. If you watch his highlights from that year,
didn't matter.
Getting rid of the Heisman
deserves to be paid.
Deserves it.
Getting rid of the Heisman does not take away the fact that man smoked every defense he played.
Everybody.
bro, I'm being real. USC should put a statue of him jumping over a motherfucker.
Oh God, that hurdle.
Yes.
Yeah.
God.
Honestly, it was like he kind of like created that. Hey, I'm gonna start hurdling over motherfucker.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Saquon.
Because they would try to hit him low, take out his knees.
Saquon, he defined gravity in a different way.
That dude's
that
wild.
Shit was fucking unreal.
That dude's wild, bro.
He can't do it again though, but I mean, it was like.
Yeah.
Well, we have been on here long enough.
It's a good
and
show.
Our fans
Thanks
don't want to
joining
see
us,
our
Jake.
faces
Appreciate
away.
you, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, bro, it's fun. We'll do it again.
It has been a pleasure. It has been fun.
End of an era.
We are here for
Green Bay
every
Packers are
fucking
out.
one, except the Green Bay Packers.
We got the Irish though. It's okay.
Luck of the fucking Irish.
Good
Hey,
luck with that.
listen, fans.
Gonna lose by
Definitely
15.
take the look. Matter of fact, I'm not even gonna bet on the game because I'm gonna be mad
Fuck
if
no.
I make you lose.
I have a Notre Dame futures ticket at 35-1 and 17-1. So I'm betting Ohio State because if Ohio State loses, I have a Notre Dame futures ticket and I make money anyway.
There you go.
That's how you do it.
There you go.
Well, everyone,
I had Green Bay Packers futures tickets for NFC and Super Bowl. I bet the Eagles because if the Packers won, my ticket moves on.
well, everyone,
Always hedge bets.
we are getting out of here, and I am leaving with my favorite phrase, as I always say. Hey, yo, Jimmy!
What's up, man? Cool. He only left. Word.
All right, see you.
All right, brother. Peace.